When we talk about the path to immortality in Shrouding the Heavens, we cannot ignore one pivotal figure, Emperor Huang Tian, also known as the Desolate Emperor. His legacy, actions, and sacrifices are deeply embedded in the very foundation of cultivation and the road to immortality in this world. To understand the spiritual journey of characters like Ye Fan, we must first return to the origin of the path itself, back to the ancient, chaotic era where it all began. The origin of the path to immortality lies in the relentless struggle and profound insight of the Desolate Emperor, Shi Hao. Shi Hao lived in the chaotic ancient era, a time when the heavens and earth were still relatively complete, and crucially, the immortal realm had not yet been severed from the mortal world. At this stage in history, the divine and the mundane still held a fragile connection. As Shi Hao broke through to the immortal king realm, his vision extended beyond mere personal ascension. He yearned not just to elevate himself, but to safeguard the heavens and the myriad worlds. Driven by this ambition, he constantly pushed forward in search of the gateway to the immortal realm. During this pursuit, he managed to open up certain special nodes, hidden passageways that would eventually evolve into what later generations would call the path to immortality. For the cultivators living in the era of Shrouding the Heavens, these nodes, born of the Desolate Emperor's tireless efforts, became essential stepping stones. They were not random or natural phenomena. They were deliberately forged waypoints, the spiritual inheritance left by one who had touched the edge of the immortal realm with both hands and refused to let go. But Emperor Huang Tian's influence did not end there. In fact, his contributions are the bedrock of the entire cultivation system that guides generations of seekers. When Huang Tian attained the level of immortal, he established the cultivation framework of the heaven-covering sect. This system introduced a clear path built around 5 secret realms: the Wheel Sea, Tao Palace, 4 Poles, Dragon Transformation, and the Immortal Platform. For cultivators within the heaven-covering sect, this structure offered a systematic way to gradually build their strength, laying the groundwork for reaching the realm of the Great Emperor. The peak of that cultivation system, known as the Supreme Realm. Yet even this was only a foundation. Beyond it lay the unknown, the uncharted realm of true immortality. The cultivation system created by Emperor Huang Tian was never meant to be the final destination, but a launch pad for future breakthroughs. It allowed cultivators to prepare themselves for the moment they would confront the limitations of the 5 secret realms and strive toward becoming immortal, or even reach realms beyond. One of Emperor Desolate's most significant contributions to those who would come after him was the left-behind coordinates of the immortal realm. These were hidden within the bronze coffin of the 3 worlds, a mysterious vessel that carried with it echoes of ancient truth. It was only after Ye Fan became the Emperor of Heaven that he, with the help of the enigmatic and powerful Emperor Ruthless, discovered these coordinates. This discovery was not just a plot point, it was a turning point. Without those coordinates, the path to the immortal realm might have remained a myth, buried under the sands of time. With them, Ye Fan and his companions gained a concrete direction, a true guidepost to immortality. In many ways, Emperor Desolate had laid down the path stone by stone, waiting for someone worthy to pick up where he left off. And yet, Emperor Huang Tian's contributions go even deeper. During his rule, which spanned an eternity, he didn't just guide others. He reshaped the very world they lived in. He single-handedly cut off the source of the dark turmoil, an ever-present threat that devoured everything in its wake. More importantly, he undertook the monumental task of repairing the immortal realm itself. If he hadn't acted, the world during Ye Fan's time would have been a very different place, spiritually barren, decaying, and hopeless. Without his intervention, the spiritual energy of the heavens and the earth would have been exhausted far too quickly. The path to immortality would not just be obscure, it might not have existed at all. Because of his foresight and sacrifice, a window of opportunity remained. It was narrow, it was dangerous, but it was there. Thanks to him, someone like Ye Fan, through 9 lifetimes of reincarnation, could still grasp at that elusive thread and pursue true immortality. The legacy of Emperor Huang Tian also manifested in the form of artifacts and tools passed down through the ages. One such treasure was the Desolate Tower, a powerful object forged from supreme immortal gold, crafted personally by the Desolate Emperor himself during his time as an immortal king. The Desolate Tower wasn't just a weapon, it was modeled after the small tower that had accompanied him since youth, symbolizing his journey and growth. Over millions of years, only the Green Emperor had shown interest in it. That is, until it came into the hands of Ye Fan. Once Ye Fan obtained the Desolate Tower, it became one of his greatest assets. Its immense power, capable of slaying immortals, served not only as protection, but also as a reservoir of hidden laws and divine power. It was a silent teacher and a formidable ally, helping him overcome countless tribulations on the immortal path. But perhaps the most enduring gift that Emperor Huang Tian left behind was his spirit. This was not a mere ideology, it was a living legacy of sacrifice, protection, and moral strength. His commitment to defending all living beings, even when confronted with overwhelming forces, became the ideal that future generations strove to uphold. Ye Fan, in particular, embodied this inheritance. Throughout his journey, Ye Fan suppressed forbidden zones, stopped waves of dark turmoil, and chose again and again to protect the people over seeking personal gain. His path was not easy. The temptations of immortality are immense. Power, after all, can corrupt. But like the Desolate Emperor before him, Ye Fan stood firm. He upheld his principles, made the hard choices, and refused to compromise his beliefs, all because of the silent strength passed down through the legacy of Huang Tian. In the end, the path to immortality and shrouding the heavens is not merely a road paved with cultivation techniques, treasures, and secret realms. It is a spiritual lineage, a journey of ideals and strength inherited from one generation to the next. It began with Emperor Huang Tian, who saw the heavens falling and stood tall, and it continued through Ye Fan, who picked up that burden and carried it across 9 lifetimes. That is the true essence of the immortal path. Not just power, but purpose. And that brings us to the end of this deep dive into the path to immortality in Shrouding the Heavens, and the profound legacy left behind by Emperor Huang Tian. From forging the cultivation system to shielding future generations from spiritual decay, his influence echoes across time and lives on through Ye Fan and countless others who walk the road he opened. If this story inspired you or gave you a deeper appreciation for the lore behind the immortal path, make sure to leave a comment with your thoughts or favorite moment. Do you think Ye Fan truly fulfilled the legacy of Emperor Desolate, or was there more left untold? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another journey into the world of Shrouding the Heavens and beyond. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep seeking, keep ascending,